was 5 goals tonight. The last one was about a month or so ago. But how does that change the tone in the locker room and on the bench, scoring that against a team like this?
Well, it was a big win tonight. Getting the 5 goals was a bonus. It wasn't like we had 5 the whole way. We got the late ones there in the last 5 minutes to kind of take the pressure off a little bit. But that was good hockey. The team played well tonight again. I thought the first period we were a little sloppy with the puck, and obviously bounced back in the second. Had a big period in the second period, and just played a real good third.
What changed things, if anything specifically changed things in the second?
I think just persistency. Being persistent, consistent in our game. Putting pucks on the net, going to the net. It's not an easy game that our team plays. It's not a cute game. But our guys made some nice plays tonight, too. There were some nice plays made. And, give our guys a lot of credit.
This team had been killing you on the power play, and you weren't able to stay out of the box tonight, but you still what went into that, keeping them 0 for 6?
Well, give our penalty killers a unit, obviously, or give them credit. This team stung us 6 for 7 in the last 2 games, and obviously their team had a lot of confidence coming into this game, and I give Nolan and our penalty killers a lot of credit for making a couple little adjustments and getting the job done tonight.
LeBate, Hamilton, and Banks on their hotline. Obviously, you got what you wanted out of them.
They did a good job. Not just denying them scoring chances, but I thought they created some stuff as well. So it was, that's the bonus.
Why did you put in? Obviously, you're limited to what you can do, I suppose, by position. But why did you put LeBate with them?
Just felt like a good fit. Gonsley's, he's coming in, and I thought our team's been playing well. I kept the other lines together, and he's a good checking forward. He's big body, hard to play against. Plays a complete game, and that's what you need against good players.
Talked about secondary scoring yesterday, but you had a lot of guys show up on the score sheet tonight. How important is that against a team like this?
Well, it was. I think we got contributions from almost every line tonight, in some way, shape, or form offensively. So that's big. At this time of the year, you can't rely on one line. Our team's not a team that can. We need everyone to chip in here and there, and talked about it yesterday and got it done today.
Bachman didn't face a lot of shots, but one goal he made a tremendous stop, and the puck goes down the other end. Padan puts it on, and Kunyk redirects it for a goal. It's kind of hockey's, isn't it kind of a strange game where it could have been in the other end, and then you go ahead there.
Well, it's whenever there's a big save, there's unless he freezes it, there's usually a team's pressing. And if you can get the puck out, a lot of times you'll get a chance at the other end. We're not known for being a back and forth team, but obviously that was a big play. And again, we talked to Peds a lot about getting his shots through. He gets a shot to the net, and good things happen.
So, how big was it to beat this team, which has been pretty hard on you guys this year? They're ahead of you in the standings. This is a 4-point game, basically. How big was it to beat these guys?
Yeah, it was huge, basically. And it felt nice, too, since we'd played them so many times the last last week and a half. So, yeah, it was nice to finally beat them, for sure.
What do you think? What went into it? The first period, it was okay, but you guys really didn't have many scoring chances, maybe 1 or 2. What changed in the second period?
For us, as of late, we just had to keep sticking with our game. We've been playing well, but then a couple hiccups during a game, and that's when other teams have been capitalizing on us. So, we just had to keep sticking with it and keep pushing the pace and doing everything, starting in our zone and then into the offensive zone too. So, it's a good team effort tonight for sure.
Your goal, did that goal make it 2-2 or 3-2? I've forgotten, but in any case,
I think it made it 3-2.
Yeah,
redirection.
Padan's shot came right after Bachman made a pretty darn good save. I'm forgetting on who. I think it was number 9, but I'm not absolutely sure. That kind of turnaround play, seems to happen a lot in hockey. But what happened on the play?
On the goal?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was a good play by McEnany to flip the puck to Virtanen, because him and I both had a burst of speed going towards their net. So yeah, Vert just kind of was think he was trying to throw it towards the net, and it hit their defenseman's stick or skate, and then it went right to Peds on the point, and me and Cass were just standing there, and I was lucky enough to get a stick on it and went in. So.
One of the things we noticed was LeBate, Hamilton, and Banks on their hot line the whole game. What do you think about those guys? They usually have that kind of assignment. What do you think about the way they play?
They're two of the toughest guys to play in this league, I'm betting, and I'm glad that I don't have to play against them. It's fun seeing them out there and working the guys, the other teams' top lines, and they both work so hard. And even Bader too tonight, coming in first game in a while, and he did a great job, throwing his body around, and so it makes it more enjoyable, and it's fun for us on the bench to watch those guys do it. So those guys can do it, anyone else can do it on our team.
2 power play goals for the team tonight against a strong team. What was working, on the power play tonight?
Well, I would love to say everything looked pretty on the power play. The breakouts were a bit suspect, but we got the one off the face-off, and then the other one too. So it's just something that we've been sticking with, and and try not to change too much personnel all the time, because that always kind of, I don't want to say messes with things, but in a sense it does. So just keeping at it, and we were fortunate to get 2 tonight.
The assist on the one goal down there, sent it from the bottom of the right circle over, and then what you see on that one, just kind of open up for you. And
yeah, it was kind of a messed up play off the face-off there, and I was lucky to have my stick on it, and I knew as their defenseman was coming towards me, and I knew somebody was going to be wide open in front, and Rendo was there, and he made an unbelievable backhand shot to put it in the top corner.
But that was kind of the Comets don't score a lot of pretty goals. That one you're speaking of was like more of a typical Comets goal, where scramble, hard work, and so you did a great job to get to that puck.
Yeah, that's just everything's starting to pay off for us, and because we've been playing really, really well since the All-Star break, so it was nice to score 5 goals, especially at home.